I'm going to show you something today that is going to give you the extra power when you need it without sacrificing any accuracy. The reason I'm sharing this lesson with you today is because one of our members of the Art of Simple Golf Club, which is our online membership, sent through his swing. And he was sort of making one of the mistakes that I know many of you make. And Chris was just trying to sort of turn way too much when he was trying to get more distance and power. So I showed him the exact lesson that he needed. This one move in the backswing is of course simple, but it gives you a very confident structure that makes sense. And when you get it right, it means you can tap into it with irons, with drivers to get more yards. Now, don't get me wrong, everything that we've covered so far and several of the drills are really going to help your distances that you're hitting your irons. But it isn't about trying to hit them further, getting contact, the low point and the compression, because that automatically, without trying to swing faster or harder, is going to give you more distance. Okay, the more you hit out the center, the more you get the strike right, the better distance you're going to get. But it's also about distance control, isn't it? But the more you try and hit the ball with your body and try and shove everything through, the shorter, the slower your swing speed is. The more you can let the club swing itself and the weight of this, okay, that's going to give you the most amount of distance. Okay, let's say we put the club under our arms here and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and hit this as hard as I can with my body. Okay, there's only so hard I can swing that club. What about if it's on my hips here? Right, you hear about getting more hip speed. Okay, I'm really trying to move that club as hard as I can. But what if I'm just using my hands? Okay, much faster. Just there, much faster. You know, allowing the club head to move is going to deliver the most amount of speed. So that's what you need to put your attention on. And we can only do that by feeling the weight of it, allowing the wrist to be supple and accelerating through, hitting through, not at. What have you noticed so far? One of the keys you should have picked up on, that freedom to feel the weight of the club, is what is going to give you that effortless golf swing that is more repeatable. So bear that in mind, but let's get back into it. Now, as far as it comes to extending the swing, we want to sort of extend the spine. We've talked about winding up. Now let's say we've got the club sort of as a visual here, right? I'm going to put it sort of into my hip and I've got my setup. What I'm going to do is make a, let's say, a rotation on the backswing. If I was to just stay here, I am not particularly sort of loaded. You know, people forget that the swing actually has to extend this way. If I was to just sort of keep this all flexed and turn here, I'm kind of restricted. I'm extremely short, which isn't bad, but I haven't ramped up, I haven't extended, I haven't put my energy into the backswing. Doesn't mean force, it just means energy. And we can enable that by straightening the hip that we talked about earlier, getting the hip higher. That's going to help with power. But this one little feel, all right? So from here, we're going to make a sort of little half backswing. Now, what I want you to do is extend your back a little bit. But notice I'm keeping it the same. I'm not sort of lifting up. I'm not lifting the pelvis up. I'm not doing this. I'm keeping that in place, keeping all my lower body in place, and I'm extending my back this way. And that's going to create an elevation, which means that it's going to be easier to plant back down and accelerate through. We're not trying to necessarily get that extra more. It's just the finest kind of movement to extend that spine up. Doesn't mean we're sliding the hips and tilting back. Just means a slight sort of wind up and turn, but we're extending here. And when we extend here, we can go back down. Now you're understanding why we're doing this. I want you to go and grab a club right now, because I want you to do this with me so you can get that aha sensation. Just like a boxer or a baseball player or whatever, everyone's sort of moving. You look at Carl Berkshire, one of the longest hitters in the world. He sort of starts like this, like kind of a seesaw, backwards and forwards, and then he swings up. It's kind of like a punch up this way. And we can do that with the irons to a degree. So I want you to feel the sort of weight shift, all right? The weight shift here, planting the heel down to extend up there, to feel like the extension in the spine, to feel like I'm punching up to the sky, and then as I come back down, I'm punching up to the sky again as well. This is about speed and acceleration. So you can sort of practice some shots like this, and you can try it out on the golf course. But the feel I have is constant movement. So I start my swing by moving into the right side. I wind up, but then I'm extending my spine, stretching up this way, okay? I'm not lifting my head, but I'm extending my spine. And I'm reversing the movement by coming back down. There we have it. I hoped you enjoyed that snippet of just one of our premium lessons with inside the Art of Simple Golf Club. Now, you can get a free trial just by clicking that link below and get the amazing results just like Chris did, because he was getting instantly 20 extra yards off every single club. It's quite astonishing, but it's so simple, and you can have very similar, simple results so you can enjoy it more. Check the link below, and I'll see you next time.